My name's Tracy Rich. I'm an entrepreneur and a drama student at IDSA Drama School, and I see both sides.
By Karma's World. You can follow me on Instagram at KARMAZ_world, and I'm here to play devil's advocate.
Hi, my name is Kay, but my real name is Kafara. You guys will get to know me soon. I have a gift, and also I have many talents. I do logos and other business adventure, but you find out very soon. So just tune in and you find out more.
Hello, I am ICD the First, the one you never heard, and I'm an up and coming artist. I know you don't know, but you'll soon know, and just follow my page.
Hi guys, my name's Source. I'm a freelance videographer in the heart of London, and I'm here to debate.
Welcome to the Other Mind podcast. Insight.
The Other Mind is here to give ladies an insight into the mandem's mind while giving them an insight into ours. And the first segment is Hot Relation, which will be introduced by Source.
Hi guys, so today's Hot Relation segment is on Black Lives Matter. Is it okay for a black man to march at the Black Lives Matter protest when he partakes in violence himself in relation to black on black crime?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely, I'd say so. Can I go first?
Yeah.
So, I understand it's a bit touchy, but I do feel like, yeah, it's right. Because you may just be the seed of influence that when you go back to where you're, even if you're going back to that shit, you can say, look, this is what's going on, or this is what I attended, boom, 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 and it may just create some awareness. You know what I'm saying? And in addition to that, not because you're partaking in things does it mean you're not aware of like the detriment that it may cause on a day-to-day basis.
Well, I think he should, because not because he's done something wrong, that means he doesn't. If you acknowledge, like, I don't think he should stop his support and what he thinks is right because what he did. Because people can change, innit? And realize and wake up to reality any time of the. Just when they're gonna wake up to the reality. That's the point.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
I would say, I think it's fine, personally, for them to do both. For the simple fact that most people do things for a reason. If they were participating in some kind of violence, I doubt that it was just, oh, they look fun to stab or something, let me go and do that. It probably came from a reason, the same way how they're going to march for a reason. It's something they believe in, or someone's done them wrong, because that's realistically what it is. There's someone's done something wrong. And as humans, that's how we respond. You want to get even, or you want to, you know, if someone's done you something wrong. So yeah, I think it's absolutely fine. Not that I'm condoning violence, but...
Yeah, no, 100% do I agree with you, Car. Like I said, some people do violence out of the act of self-defense. So they might not initially or have intentions to hurt someone else, but they might do it in offence, which obviously class as violence or fear.
Yeah.
But does it, like I said, doesn't mean they can't be out here the next day in a protest saying, "Oh, stop the killing," because he didn't really want to kill. I acted in self-defense.
Exactly.
And also, what they're protesting for is unnecessary killing, because it's not like we're out here protesting for people to, even though that could be a possibility as well, but if we were out here protesting for them to stop the death penalty, for example, not that we have that here, but then people would see it as different, do you know what I mean? But because there wouldn't be a lot of people protesting because that person is being punished for a crime. Whereas they're killing people for no reason or abusing their power, and that is what we're marching for. So yeah, I'd say it's fine, and it's different. I don't think, it's different.
But at the same time, I think it's more so, for example, I go to a protest today, I'm standing for Black Lives Matter, I'm putting up, you know, all these power signs and stuff, and then I go back to that same life of
Kill a black
killing a black brother, who's actually my brother, or killing one of my black sisters. Is it acceptable? Because you don't basically know what you stand for within yourself, if that makes sense. We can't expect for, because we're talking about police brutality when we're going for the Black Lives Matter. So if you can't respect your own, what makes you think a white police officer should respect your people if you can't?
But then that goes back to saying though, because am I going to kill another black person because I don't respect them, or because they killed, or because they robbed me, or because they killed one of my family members, or because I'm scared that they're gonna kill me, so I've got to kill them first. Like, you know, like that's these with it, police brutality. You have to understand that's someone that's in authority.
Yeah.
So you are abusing your authority. Like people that, and forget about colour, for example. Any crime that happens, that's why these are people are supposed to be there to protect us. So that's where the problem is. It's not even, you're not doing your job, basically.
You're breaching it because you're saying that you want to keep safety, but at the same time you have that power. You think that you can just brutalize someone, which is not okay because you're advertising that you're here to keep the people safe, but because you have a little bit of power or position.
And then for the children now as well, growing up, you see a police officer killing someone.
Yeah.
How do you then grow up to know that you're not supposed to go and kill someone else if we don't stop that from now? Because they're the ones that are being seen. A child, even though they know, okay, crime happens and things happen outside, not every child is fully aware as much as they are. Not every child is aware of the police brutality either.
Yeah.
But they're more aware of that than they are aware of, I would say, in my opinion, the violence that happens. Because not every crime or violence that happens is reported on the news. Or just not every police brutality is either, of course, but
because we're arguing, okay, people are abusing their power, but we need representatives in the system.
And that's what I was going to say. So personally, we need people in all types of authoritative positions if we are actually going to carry out all the things that we say we want. And as well as, like, I feel like we're begging for equality. That's one thing. So as opposed to begging for equality, if we're in positions of power and authority, then in essence, there shouldn't be much begging. So I'm an advocate for that, to be honest.
In relation to what he's saying, I feel like, black men or guys should join the police force because, like I said, it's a representative thing and they understand more where you're coming from. So if you have a black police officer, he knows the background or he knows a reason for why a black person might do this and that, and then him being in the force can help the white man understand, we don't have to act this way because we know that they move like this because of this and that. You get me? And it might help prevent a white cop from killing a black person because he's there, you get me?
I was going to say, I'm glad you said might, because the problem, obviously, I'm a fully advocate for black people being in more positions of power. What I am a bit like iffy about is when these black people get into positions of power and they end up, like, you've seen, well, I personally have seen videos where a white police officer is abusing a black person and the black cops just stand there. Why? Cool. Because you're scared of losing your job.
Fine, that's fine, that's definitely wrong. It's definitely wrong. But sometimes, that little sacrifice helps that black officer go further up in the ranks into a position where he can speak freely.
Fair enough.
Do you understand?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So in the long run, it's for the better.
Of course, in the long run, 100%. Because we can't all just go around talking when we're in authority. Let's be honest.
And there's still hierarchy. You get
what I'm trying to say. So
that's true.
What didn't you know? Today I'm going to take it. So, what I always wanted to know, is do females masturbate as much as males do?
I think it depends on the female.
About to say maybe even more.
Trust me.
I don't know.
But generally speaking, what do we all think though? Like just generally.
What, in a week or a day?
Let's say in a week.
She just said in a week or a day, so I would definitely say women.
That's not she touched on a good point. I would say female. I think females do masturbate more.
Yeah, I feel a bit more than men.
Than males.
What I would say as well,
a male might get three off in the day, one morning and one afternoon, one night. You telling me you're free? You telling me?
No,
I'm saying I.
Is it?
Hey, how often
females
though?
are doing that,
Okay, first of all, yes. Second of all, you have to. Well, I think females spend a lot more time being single than men do, because even if you're not single, you probably have a thing that you're beating. So you're not going to be wanking as much as a female would, in my opinion.
I think more still.
Yeah, I think I'm more.
Females definitely masturbate more than men do.
Yes.
And if a girl tells you that she doesn't, she's lying.
Definitely lying.
Karma's world again. and I am taking question time today. My question is, why do all females like to show off their good-looking male friends?
Who are these females?
I'm like,
There you go.
You have a lot of female friends.
Yeah, I have a lot of female friends.
But I ain't trying to show off no male friends.
No,
no,
but I'm not speaking about you, just generally speaking. Females do like to show off their
I don't
good-looking
know
male friends.
because
But I don't know these females. That's what I'm saying.
I
I don't know
don't
any
really
female
know
that
any
does that.
female.
In a way to be like, yeah, what? This is my friend. He could be my man, or like what? Like I don't.
Yeah, just as a friend,
just
bro.
as a
As a
friend.
friend.
I know
bro.
they just bring you as a
Forget
friend.
them being a link.
I don't know any females.
Personally,
like that.
He's trying to help him get
does
more
that.
galleys.
So,
Personally, I feel like women do that to basically seem like they're out here. Like, do you know what I mean? The guy's cute, post him on my snap.
I'm not with you.
As in, you're not my man.
Yeah.
Oh, you're my friend.
Yeah.
I can still post you. Because, do you know what I mean? Depends on how you feel, though. If you want me to post you, then I'll post you. If you don't, then it's a bit... If I have to do it on a slide thing, then it's a bit...
No.
If I'm appreciating you, what's the problem?
Fair play.
So what? If a girl does that, do you think that maybe she likes you more than she's letting on, or what?
No, that's why I'm asking the question, trying to figure it all out.
Because girls like to take pictures and that. So maybe it's just
Yes.
like that. Like
We
I
do
don't
that
know.
anyways. Who is responsible? So these are the questions that we're gonna ask. Okay, if you was in a relationship, right, and your partner had a child from before, is it all the time you have to buy something for that child when you're buying your child something? What is your answer? Do you think that you need to all the time when you're buying your child something to buy the partner?
So nah, I don't think you should buy your partner's child something all the time. But
Yeah, the word all the time.
obviously we touched on it before briefly, and I feel like obviously you can be considerate, but however, that consideration shouldn't stem from guilt of yourself or your new spouse. Should not make you feel guilty, because at the end of the day, it's actually not your fault for whatever the situation may be for her previous child, so to speak.
That's true.
Yeah.
But in sometimes, yeah, though, when you're in that situation, especially when you're telling that person that you're with that, oh, I love you and that, sometimes that person just want you to play that role.
Yeah, but
even though
that's fine, but
That's based on assumption.
that is based on assumption, and there has to be balance now, man. Come on, man. The woman can't expect the guy to just...
I just think as well there needs to be boundaries as well, because at the end of the day, that isn't their parent, and that relationship that isn't necessarily going to last forever. So if that relationship finishes and you get a new partner, then what? Like, does that mean that I still have to do things for that child?
Just to play devil's advocate. I don't think it should be about it lasting forever. Otherwise, that will be you doing something in vain.
No. What I'm trying to ask basically, because we're being seen as quite materialistic right now, yeah. But if you are in a relationship with someone or whatever, and if you're doing things for that child, you create a bond, a certain kind of bond. What I'm saying is, if you decide to leave that relationship, do you then just continue bonding with your child, or do you still bond with that child because you are in that relationship?
I'll personally
continue the bond.
I'll personally try and break it off slowly.
I won't break it
The
off.
bond, just because. What now? If she gets a new man now, what?
Yeah.
That youth is going to be confused with every
Yeah.
single ex that comes
For
in now.
me, no.
Well, that brings me to the next thing though, because I was gonna say, right, without it sounding complicated, because as we just said, if you go in a relationship and that person has a child from another partner, let's say for example, because I'm a woman, if it was the other person's dad. Now, let's say you come into the relationship and you are, like you said, you slowly break that bond with the other child, yeah? But let's say she gets a new partner. Is that partner allowed to bond with your child? You personally? I'm just asking.
Fortunately, it's not what's allowed, it's what happens, isn't it? Realistically speaking.
But what would you prefer?
But you don't realistically have, you have say, but it's... That,
I know
that
you don't have
is
any say, but
a
I'm
bit
saying...
tricky.
What would you prefer?
What would you prefer? Would you prefer for your would you prefer for your ex's new partner to bond and buy stuff, whatever the thing is, for your child, or would you prefer them to just?
That's on the guy.
That's
on the guy.
It's
my child, so that whatever that guy chooses to do, obviously if he
Yeah.
chooses to do that, fair play, good for him or whatever. Great for my kid too, innit? Extras. But other than that,
same thing.
yes.
Yeah.
Because one of those ones there is like, yeah, you bought my child something.
Yeah,
that's
I'll
nice, that's
respect
great
it,
for
innit?
you.
I'll just respect it.
I don't expect him to buy my child
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
I
but
literally
he
don't
does,
expect
that's
it.
cool.
But gone in a way, it kind of goes into something else. I expect him to act a certain way around my child,
Around
so
my-
I know my
yeah,
child
yeah.
is getting raised when I'm not with him. She's looking after him in like the, what do you call it? The environment's good. Like
Yeah,
he knows how to
yeah,
act
yeah.
around my youth. He doesn't. But that's going on to him how he's acting more than him
Yeah,
buying. So that's why I don't really
yeah.
care about the buying. Just as long as he's
Yeah.
knows how to move like a parent.
So would you say then, obviously, the bond is more important than the financial side of things anyway?
Yeah.
With everyone's new partner.
Yeah,
It's
listen.
good to say that.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say so. And if I buy something I don't see it good, I'm not gonna go buy their child something Primark and then go H&M and buy my kids. H&M is I'm buying everything
But-
they want. Like, you know,
Yeah.
just as I would treat my child, I would treat the next person whether or not
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
here. So if I'm going in JD's and I don't
Mm.
have enough money to buy JD, my child ain't getting it, and neither
Yeah.
is his
That's
child.
me
But
personally
simple.
as well.
But the thing is, I think with that we've got a
Because
negative.
I feel bad just bringing it
Yeah,
there,
I
you
would-
know what I mean?
I would grab my youth something still.
I think there's a
We're
negative.
trying to make it
connotation.
balanced, you understand? To not let people see the unfairness. That's
If
what
I was gonna do that, yeah, then I'll be like,
Let's talk about people.
take this.
You still recognise the difference.
I hear you.
I think there's a negative stigma associated with Primark and Plimsolls and H&M.
No, there's
Because
nothing.
it's
That
some of them
shop.
actually have quite good
Because
quality.
some of them
you know what
have
I
good
mean?
stuff.
Yeah.
There's nothing
So,
wrong with the shop.
Again, I think if the fact that you considered buying my child something, thank you. It's not
Thank
a
you.
loss.
This is
It's
what I'm
actually a
saying.
bonus.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
one pair of Plimsolls.
Good
I would say buy them both
Good
Plimsolls
one,
then.
yes.
Yeah, that's how I
But the
say.
thing is, it's
No.
my child. If I'm not being fun. Okay, I don't have children, so I'm only talking in a retrospect.
Yeah.
But if I have a child, I'm sorry, I'm going to treat that child. Yeah, it's my child.
100%.
I didn't have your
100%.
child. I'm sorry, but it's not my priority. But guess what? I still think about your child enough to get something at least.
100%.
But can I ask you something? If it's a
100%.
consistent thing, and I notice that's what you're doing consistently, I'm in my right to tell you that's what you're doing
You
consistently.
can tell me, but
You
then
can
am I
tell
right?
this person, yeah.
Yes, because
I can
to me,
step-
I'm gonna start feeling awake. I'm gonna be like, well,
So my
well,
child's
So why
not
don't you
worthy
tell
enough.
your
Yeah,
why
yeah,
don't,
yeah,
so why
yeah,
don't
man.
you feel your way with your baby father? That's what
Yeah,
I'm
but
questioning.
that's another.
Why
that's
don't you
another
feel that
thing,
way
though.
with him
But
before you come
that's
to
why
me?
he probably was not with the baby.
It's true.
That's
It's true.
like he was not with him. He
But
got
that's
rid
not
of
our
him.
issue. That's not the
Yeah.
new guy's issue.
It's
By
not.
By any
not.
chance, that's not the new guy's
That's
issue.
not
his
his
issue,
issue,
that's
but with
true.
growth
100%.
as well and
Yeah.
insight, you don't want to make the same mistake. And it's like, babe, okay, I made a mistake, and this is what it was. Yeah, I'm not trying to make you come and patch it up.
The next one is guess who? And I'm doing this segment. I was married 2 times. When I was with my second partner, I would travel a lot for work. One night I came home to find my partner in bed with someone else. Actually walked in on them. I left the room and came back with a gun. Shot one dead and wounded the other. I turned myself in immediately and was sent to prison. I was sentenced to 10 years in a maximum security prison. In the last year I was in prison, which was the 4th year, I got out for good behaviour since the judge ruled it a crime of passion. Am I
That's
a
a
male?
That's a
Yeah,
woman.
that's a
scorned.
female.
That is a scorned woman.
Word. How can you turn yourself in? That's definitely not Mandem. Come
Yeah,
on.
come on, come
Actually,
on.
then
If
again-
it would be a
Because of the work, but that's what's throwing you off.
That's
No,
what
but
I'm
then
saying, why
again,
can't
it
people
depends
tell
on his
what-
job, because if he's actually up, he's gonna get caught anyway. Oh, you know what? Turn myself in. It's gonna be less. I think it's a man, you know. Word. I
No,
think it's
but
a
women are more emotional, so she broke down and handed herself in.
No,
Literally.
I.
Men are
Yeah,
logical.
man.
Men will be like, Rod, you know what? I can't do
Yeah, but
this.
it depends
bird."
on the position of his job. This is what I'm saying, because if he's up there, let's say
Yeah.
for example his job is held very highly.
Yeah.
Okay, you either way you get sacked, but it's better to turn yourself in rather than being sacked. If that makes sense, like it's rather. No,
From
I'm
a
telling you, it's a
murder,
man.
bro. You know you're gone, though.
100%.
I know why
No,
I
I
squeezed
think
them. I know why I
man.
squeezed them.
It's a man, bro.
My
It's
kid's
a
a
woman.
woman still.
You're
It's a
getting tricked
woman.
because of the emotional.
No, a
she
scorned
turned
woman,
herself
trust
in.
me.
No,
It's a man. That's my view. Man.
what is it?
Man.
Okay.
Don't know where she got
Exactly. So what do you think?
Man.
Female.
Woman.
Man.
It's a man. There's another bit, but if I told you look this bit, it would have given it away. It says, I met the prison minister. The minister was my mum. My dad is a murderer. My mum was a minister. I'm a product of a conjugal visit. That's the person I was obviously telling the story about.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a man.
Yeah.
I knew it was. And here we go. My relative has only flown from Atlanta airport twice. The first time it was hijacked, taken to Cuba, and then sent back to the state. The second time the landing gear didn't work and they did a crash landing on the belly of the plane. My relative has never flown through Atlanta since. So basically, there was a relative that went on an Atlanta airport and it got hijacked, and basically they never flew since then.
So who are we trying to guess who is the relative?
Guess if the relative is a man or woman.
Woman.
Man.
I would say, man, the woman must be the one writing the story. I mean, not writing the story, but...
Who is the relative?
Yeah,
I feel like a
relative
woman's
fella.
narrating. That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. The woman's narrating, or
That's what
the
I'm saying.
relative that got
No,
hijacked.
who's the
Who's
relative?
the
Oh, it's a man.
Yeah,
It's a man.
Yeah, is it who's...
100% man.
So wait, what happened?
The relative that went on the plane to Atlanta that got hijacked, what is the relative? Like, is that a man or female? We don't know who the
Man.
relative
Oh, yeah,
is.
that's a man still.
Yeah, it's
What are
a
you
man.
saying, Trace?
I'm gonna say woman just to be different, like,
Okay.
because I really don't know.
Woman.
Man.
Man.
But then
Man
it might be
still.
woman 'cause it's emotion. Yeah. I'm sticking with man.
Okay, it was their auntie.
Oh, man.
So it's a woman, it's a
woman.
Okay.
Basically, the...
I went with that as well because I feel
Yeah.
like a man will be like, fuck it, I'm still gonna fly again.
You said
Like,
you
if
didn't,
Yeah.
you didn't know.
Literally. You said
But first, we are going to spin the wheel to see who's going to read the stories, and they don't have to tell a
Lovely.
story.
Right now, the segment we're running into is story time. Gonna read a couple stories, and the rest of the panel have to guess whose story is being said. So we will start with this one. I went out with my close friend and my partner to a bar and got waved. I dropped on the ground when I got outside.
Wasted.
Do I read the next one straight away, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, that was the first one. The second one is
Please.
Sundays was a nightmare. My grandma would force me out of bed with a bucket of water just to make me attend Sunday service. When there a lovely woman would offer me strawberry cake as a reward for my patience and good behaviour. So that's
Who's
the
that?
second one.
Is that you?
Church.
Sadly her. Okay. I have never broken a bone in my life, and my mum can't remember if I had chicken pox. Oh yeah, and to this day I can't swim.
Oh, I think I know who that one
I think I know who that is, because I can't remember who gave me this. Cool. Don't kill me.
That's the fake
She's already
story.
dabbling in
Don't
water.
kill me.
You're already dabbling
Alright,
in
hear
water.
me out.
I know it's not you.
I tried to be a Rasta person for 2 years, but could not hold out anymore and started back to eat meat. Don't kill me. Okay, cool. I worked, and this is the final one. I worked in retail for a while and left because the last employer I had confirmed I had been sacked from previous jobs because of a communication barrier.
The bar is one of the girls, I'd say. Why are you looking away? You can't even look in my eyes.
Sam's looking at me, bro. He's looking at me,
I'm
bro.
just trying to
Think
figure
one
out
of the girls, innit? So.
Do you want me to read it
I feel like
again?
that sounds like
No, it's alright.
Alright.
Alright, Sunday service, I say K. Bar, I'm gonna say sauce. Broken bone and chicken pox. It's either that or the rest of one. One of them's fake. Alright, cool. I'm gonna stick to the rest of one being fake. I'm gonna say broken bones and chicken pox.
Sussed out.
So
That's all I guess then, innit?
So what do you say? So you said church, broken bones.
I now know
the
you're
bar.
the
You said, innit?
Huh?
You said church, broken bones, the bar, and you
Yeah.
said the rest of one's fake.
Yeah, and you're the chicken pox, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think the chicken pox one, yeah, and the whole broken bone thing is fake. I don't get it. But the bar now, I think the bar might,
It's so subtle.
because you don't really look like that person that drinks. Sunday service now. That sounds Sunday service, you know. I want one I got now.
You think it's Sunday service?
Yeah, I'm
it's
Sunday
got
dope.
more-
Bro.
Yeah, I think he's got more like. I feel like he got. I don't know if I'm wrong, but maybe he got a grandma that probably just trying to put it in the right way. But yeah, could be wrong. The rest of the one I'll say is Tracy.
Rasta, Trace, 100%. Language barrier, you're either the broken bones or the Sunday service. Sunday service for you. 100%. Someone was wicked. I know what, I don't say one for him. I don't say one for him.
Fake story, basically. But what one's the fake story?
The broken bones. So I'm with that one. With that as well.
Yeah,
Just don't.
Sacked. I think it might be you. Sunday service, I think is you. I think Rasta, you. I think the bar.
The
See
bar.
what she's saying.
And I think the bar.
The bar. Tracy's the bar.
Bar.
Bar, 100.
Yours was
So who-
of course.
You got it. You're the only one that got that.
I said bar for her.
You
I
said
said
bar.
bar. I said bar.
Did you say bar?
I
Yeah,
said
they
bar.
said bar.
So who are you anyway?
You're my Sunday service.
No, I said bar because I said it is.
Swear down. You
So
got
you're
it.
Sunday
knows.
service.
Yeah,
You
she
got
she
it.
was the only one that got it right for me.
So she
I
got both of them right.
I got both of them right.
Litty.
So what was your one?
Why are you missing out? Oh, you're skipping.
That's
it.
fake story.
She was.
Mine was the Rasta one.
I said sacral at the packet.
Well,
Nah.
mine was obviously chicken pox. I've never broken a bone, and yeah, my mom don't know if I've had chicken pox.
And
Oh, I didn't
the
get you
fake
that
story
one.
was the communication barrier.
Obviously, yeah.
Oh,
No,
done.
they
That's
didn't.
it.